We have the Monroe Doctrine. And as my mother taught me when I was a little boy, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't you think they're going to have a Monroe Doctrine? They'll tell you behind closed doors, when we get powerful enough, we're driving the Americans out beyond the first island chain, and then we'll drive them out beyond the second island chain. And again, I don't blame them one bit. If I'm Chinese, that's exactly what I want. I do not want American aircraft and American ships running up and down my coastline. The Americans go ballistic when any foreign country drives military forces into the Western Hemisphere. Some of you are probably old enough to remember the Cuban Missile Crisis. You remember how excited we got when we discovered that there were missiles in Cuba. And then the Soviets talked about putting a naval base at Cienfuegos. We told them in no uncertain terms, you ain't building a naval base at Cienfuegos. This is our hemisphere. We've got this thing called the Monroe Doctrine. Stay out. Well, again, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So what I'm telling you here is that the Chinese are going to try to dominate Asia for good strategic reasons. And that includes pushing the Americans out. Then the question you have to ask yourself is, what are the Americans going to do? I just told you what the Americans are going to do. We do not tolerate peer competitors. We've got 4 good examples that shows you how in the past we have reacted. And what you see happening now with the Trump administration is what you're going to see for many years to come. The United States is going to get right in their face, and it's going to say, you're not going to dominate Asia. You're not going to become a regional hegemon. It is unacceptable to us. And of course, many of China's neighbors, all you have to do is go to Japan, South Korea, I believe Australia, Taiwan, Singapore, India, right? They do not want to see China become a regional hegemon. So it's not going to just be the Americans. It's going to be the Americans along with a balancing coalition of other countries that are going to try to contain China. And of course, at the same time, the Chinese are going to try to expand. So what you're getting now, and you're going to get much more of, and it's a tragedy here, as Tom told you. The title of my book is The Tragedy of Great Power Politics. This is a tragic situation. I'm not happy about this. In fact, I hope I'm proved wrong. But what we have here is a situation where 2 gorillas, the Chinese and the Americans, are going to go head-to-head and in an intense security competition. And there is going to be a serious chance that they end up shooting at each other and that you have a real war between them. I'm not saying that's likely. I'm just saying that is a serious possibility. Just want to make one more point.